What we're going to be working on today is the Tanzhao movement. So it's in the form, it's this movement here. From the guide, it's this movement here. So we're going to work on the internal structure of the Tanzhao. We're also going to work on application in different ways, force generation as well. So during our energy training today, I'll get you from stance. So knees and toes pointed into the center. So they're pointed into the center line. Drawing up through Tai Gong, feeling your center. Then put both hands into a double Tanzhao position, so they're both resting. Now, Tanzhao translates to lay flat hand. So you want your hand to be flat. Yes, it's a flat. It's not cupped or tensed up, it's flat. Yeah? And this is a defensive and attacking structure that we use. So start off by taking deep breaths and center yourself. So drawing up from Tai Gong, feeling your center and visualizing it from the ground as well, all the way to the crown. As you do this, you want to feel as though the shoulders, the whole shoulder girdle is sinking and releasing. So as you center, everything lets go around that. We're not holding our shoulders up or back or forward. You want to feel as though they're just hanging, 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 hanging. So you want to let the hand feel as though it's opening up. Yeah. So you want to feel as though this all opening up, yeah. Yeah. As though each joint's opening towards the center. It's not closing into itself, it's opening. It's like a spreading feeling, like a spreading sensation as opposed to a closing sensation. So keep feeling centered. The shoulders soften and release. Center, center. Feel the weight in the arms. You want to really feel that weight dropping into the arms. Keep the knees soft and the hips relaxed. And now go into the feeling energy. So feel the whole body. Fingertips, hands, head, feet, feeling everything. The knees loose and softly bent. So centered and feeling the whole body in the Tanzhao position. Now, while maintaining the feeling here, what you can do, so if you want to just open up your eyes just quickly for me, is you can start to move the Tanzhao down through the center, left and right, alternating if you want to, or stay there. It's up to you. I don't really care. It's just up to your feeling, what you think is going to be best. Now, if you do decide to move, you want to make sure that the hand, the center of the hand with the middle finger, starts to move in towards your center line. So if you look in the mirror, you should see that the root finger matches your center line, and the elbow should be arcing in towards the center. So if I show you from above, you'll see it arcs into the center like this, as opposed to that, yeah? That's so that you can cover the center. So it arcs in. You know, you can do that from each side, whilst maintaining the feeling of centering and feeling your body as well. If you want, you can just do one hand, or you can just rest in the start position, or you can do left and right. It's up to you, whatever you feel good with. So the palms flat, fingers come into the center, elbow arcs in. Good, make sure that this is a part of the shape. If this is all floppy and it makes contact, see how it can easily break. Whereas if you sharpen it up through your intention out through the fingers, and I put, yeah, keep it. And now it works together as opposed to just collapsing. So centered and feeling whilst doing the Tanzhao. Make sure you're still feeling your legs so you've got the support of the stance behind it. Knees softly bent, toes slightly inward pat, so you want to make sure you get that inward stance. Good. Yeah. Smart. See, it's kind of like a cup. Yeah, let it open up. Think of it flat, yeah, flat and opening. Because if you close it into itself, close it, like do this one, yeah, and I put pressure on it, feel how already it catches on there. You want it to be like a spreading sensation. So as I put pressure on, and you keep coming forward, how it feeds through it now. Yeah. Okay, so maintain centering and now start sinking. So it's like you're converting the whole feeling energy into the sinking chi, dropping it down through the whole body, all the way down to the feet, even into the floor if you please. Just sinking, sinking, sinking. So you're centered and sinking the chi down. So now use the idea energy as well, guys. So see white light in your whole body while staying centered, sinking, and going through the movements. Make sure your eye line is directly up to open up your neck and your head. Yeah, good. Not this. Yeah, that keeps the spine open through the neck. And it also allows you to see the fight. Take deep breaths and anchor this state in, because the state is what the foundations of our system and of our training is to control and maintain the state. Are you present through feeling? Are you centered through softly drawing up Tai Gong, seeing and feeling? Are you sinking the chi so you're using as little force as possible? Are you focused? Feel your spine tall and open. Feel your mind calm and your body completely relaxed. And keep this state with you for as long as you wish. Opening up your eyes and coming in. Let's bring it together. So, bring it in, Pat, bring it in. Let's all come in. So we're going to be working on the Tan Sao shape today. Now the Tan Sao is a defensive and attacking shape that we use in Wing Chun. It's one of the foundational shapes. We use it in the form here like this. Now, practiced from the beginning, we start with it as a defensive and attacking movement straight down the center. So if Will's like throwing like a boxing jab straight towards me, yeah, I use the Tan Sao strap. Tan Sao from guard to, see I'm deflecting. This is more of a defensive movement, yeah? I'm deflecting his jab using the Tan Sao, yeah? Now, other ways it can be used, if he's in the same jab, it can be used to come through with a strike. So potentially you can use it as a hit as well, or as you develop, you can use it as like an eye jab or a stroke to the throat. It can also be used on varying angles. So maybe he uses a hook punch. You can use it this way. But the difficulty with that, the problem is that we open our center up, but it can be used that way and then followed up with a strike. Or perhaps Will might be throwing like a backhand strike in a situation like this. I could use it as a defensive movement in that way as well. So think of Tan Sao as any movement where you're just reaching your hand out like you're giving them a plate. Yeah? Defensing and attacking in its nature. Let's have a go at first at absorbing pressure in the Tan Sao position, then the actual structure of it, then we'll apply it as a technique, so against attack, so using it as a block. Then we'll use it as an actual attack in and of itself, okay? Any questions so far on Tan Sao before we do the first exercise? No? Okay, so I'll go Will. So first thing you want to do is measure out your stance. So the Tan Sao is a really good one to know if your stance is on properly. So he bends his knees, points his toes out, heels out. Then from this position, he wants to make sure he activates Tai Gong, feels his body, because this sets up the supporting structure for the arms. And the Tan Sao shape's quite good because if Will's got it on correctly and I put pressure on, that force can feed now down into the ground, right into the floor. Yeah? Whereas if Will starts to push up with his shoulders against my force, you'll see how now it affects his balance quite easily, yeah, and breaks his structure. what we're trying to do is keep it all soft and loose on top of the stance, so that the stance delivers the power, yeah? And the stance has the power behind the limb, yeah? So this first exercise, we'll do it with one side. We're just gonna apply pressure on top, forward and into their center. We always apply into the center because that's where you're trying to attack. Forward it in like this, and Will's gonna use strength first to push up against to feel what it feels like, yeah? Do it a couple of times, and then he wants to use centering and feeling, yeah, to then absorb that pressure in. And as I put more and more force, what Will can do is feel if any tension comes up and then try to let that go. Because what he should be feeling is the pressure down to the floor, not the pressure on the contact, yeah? Get the idea? Okay, let's grab a partner and have a go with that. So force against that incoming pressure and then accepting it by centering and feeling. Okay? Let's grab a partner and have a go. Luquito. Okay. All right, so use your muscle force first. Your strength against me. Yeah. Just feel what you feel, yeah? Good. Then your strength again. Strength again, just to feel. Good. Okay. And now, yeah, set up your stance. Good. Tai Gong, sink down. Let my, yeah. Good. Okay, feel this as well, feel this sinking there, yeah. It's better, it's a lot better, you feel? Do you feel it coming into the floor?
Coming into my lower back here.
Your lower back as well, okay. Yeah. So as I'm putting pressure there, so lift up again from Tai Gong, and as you lift, let the lower back release. That's obviously a blockage, yeah. You feel that pass through? Yeah, that was you.
On my left leg.
Yeah, it passed through the lower back now, yeah. Didn't go so much on there. What I mean is by centering and feeling, you start to be able to control the relaxation of certain muscles, yeah? Now, what I feel a bit here is, you see, if you look at the shape, right? This triangular shape means the incoming force should be able to roll down into this part of the triangle and then feed down into my stance. So to help that, I make sure this looks up here, and then as you put pressure on, in and on towards me, I try to avoid this, meaning I try to avoid trying to close this angle. Oh. Yeah, I'm thinking more of opening it. Yeah? So if you keep putting pressure on, I'm opening it, yeah, in the tan, because the tan is an opening movement. So feel the difference. This is me closing the angle and keep push really hard down. Push, okay? If it starts to collapse in there. Rather than that, I center, let my shoulder joint relax down and open this up. Yeah.
So you don't do like a bicep curl?
I'm not, no, exactly. Because as soon as you bicep curl, you lock the joint up and this muscle starts to activate. So do the bicep curl on purpose. Yeah, and you feel it's like force on force, yeah? Yeah. Now instead of that, center, and if you think of tansao in the form, it's opening, right? So center and open to me, and you've got to let that structure take the pressure in. Yeah. And I'm putting a lot more pressure on you now, yeah? And that's able to go down this way. You feel? Yeah. Good. We'll see you. Any questions on that one? You got the feeling already, that's good. Yeah. And you're looking to keep that feeling on as you go through here, so that when any pressure touches you, you can absorb it into your stance. Initially, yeah, at the beginning stages, yeah? Let's check if everyone else had a turn.
Okay.
Did you guys both have a turn?
Yes.
You did, okay. Did you guys have a turn?
She's a bit tough, mate.
Did you both have a turn?
I'm going hard, just tell me it's not hard enough.
She wants you to go hard. Yeah, she's a warrior. But did you both have a turn already? Okay, good. All right, bring it in.
No.
What observations do you guys have about that exercise?
Yeah.
So I have to remember not to bicep curl.
Yes. Yeah, you want to make sure you're not pushing up against the incoming force like a bicep curl. It's an opening movement, yeah? So the joint should be opening. As soon as you start to close things up, it makes it close more. Meaning if Will's consciously doing a bicep curl like this, like to push up that way, yeah, then I put force in it, then it's gonna wanna close more, yeah, and you feel it tenses up more, yeah, you feel? Yeah, whereas if he can center himself and think of it more center, yeah, release the shoulder and think of this opening this way and just let it keep opening. Yeah. Now my incoming force wants to help it open. Yeah.
And you feel the pressure in your feet. Whereas here you feel it in your butt.
Yeah.
Once you're planted there,
Yeah. Exactly. So that means you don't need to use force. Your structure can take the pressure. Any other observations?
that was cool, thank you.
No? All right, well, let's try it now from this position. So we'll do it now. So if I get Will to hold here, so if you hold my wrist now. So first, so now we're doing this movement here, so delivering it in a forward motion. So first, you're gonna hold tight. First I'll do with muscular force. And you can see Will's got massive pecs, so it's gonna be hard for me to get through with muscular effort. Yeah, hold tight, yeah. And then center yourself, get your stance on, so draw up from Taigong, make sure your toes and knees are in, and let everything sink around that. And now you want to feel your structure to do it, yeah? Feel as though you're using the bone structure. You want to make sure, especially, that there's no lean. If you start to lean, then automatically your muscle system wants to kick in. So you want to, there's no leaning, it's more up and down. If you're thinking of leaning, think of leaning down. You understand what I mean, right? Letting go, releasing.
When you lean forward, you're actually becoming a brute, aren't you?
Yeah, you're using brute force.
Yeah, you aren't.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good observation. So if we see anyone leaning, we'll call them brute from now on, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Done. Okay, so muscle force, then structural force with the tansao holding from the front. Then we'll move into some application work. Any questions on this? No? All right, let's have a go. Let's mix up the partners. Jojo. Oh, Wing Chun. The reincarnation of Wing Chun. Okay, so stand on. Tansao shape. Good. And now just place some force here. So do your muscle strength. Yep. When you do the muscle strength, make sure you're still applying the same movement. See how when you did it, then it was going that way?
Yeah.
Still try to get it coming along the same line so you can observe which muscles activate along that line. Yeah? Otherwise, we'd do this one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. What do you feel?
They're just like tense everywhere.
Yeah, it like blocks up.
Yeah.
I feel it catching here, I feel it catching there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. One more time, because these are the muscles that you'll find will want to activate when you start to do it structurally. Yeah. So one more time. Good. Yeah. Okay. Now, center. Make sure you're feeling the legs as you center yourself. Good. And then use the structure to do it. Better. It's better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Feel the legs and knees while you do it. Did you feel that was buckling down here?
It just like felt like it just kept going up and down.
Yeah. Okay, so what might help is if you do the last exercise where just let my incoming force come into your body first. Keep this shape, keep this shape, keep this shape. Let my force come in, yeah. So, yeah, keep this feeling of the force coming in while you move through tansao now. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So you still want to have that clear pathway that you had from this one while doing this one, yeah?
Unless you're a brute.
Yeah. Yes. So it's like everything stays soft so that force can travel through it because you're keeping that intention and feeling as you move. Yeah, it feels quite good.
When I feel the muscle, it's like a lot of pressure here. Okay. But here it's like it's coming from.
I'm upping the pressure a bit now, you feel that?
Yeah.
So now center yourself more, like really get that open. See how there's a little bit of this?
Yeah.
Center upright, like really think about stretching. And as you stretch, let both of these sides drop down. Center, dropping and moving. Yeah. Feel that stopped pushing?
Yeah.
Center, dropping and yeah, that's quite good. So you feel balanced and solid?
You feel the same.
Hey?
You feel the same.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, I just don't feel anything.
Yeah, you don't feel anything because that's the structure working. Come, I'll show you over here. If you put your back on the wall, we did this exercise before with you? Okay. If you try to use muscle and push back to me, use muscle force, what do you feel? Feel tense. That's right. Now, the reason I put you on here is because this acts like a spine for you. Yeah? So now, just keep your back straight and point this out through there. Yeah? Good. And just keep pointing at me. Yeah? Now, what do you feel?
Like, you're like just solid, more solid.
Yeah. Do you feel that you're tense or using strength?
No.
Exactly. That's bone structure. Understand? It's easy to get it there because you've got a wall behind you. So if you step off here now, you can get it. If you point up to the sky, it's quite easy for me now to push pressure into your spine. Yeah. So now this is feeding straight into your bone structure, but it doesn't feel like effort, right?
Yeah.
Your bones take pressure and force differently to your muscles. That's why it feels like nothing.
It's lost.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why you'll feel like, why is he moving? Yeah, it's like, why is he moving away?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for example, so you know I'm not bullshitting, as you hold on and push tight, if I use muscle strength, you'll feel where I'm coming from, you feel there's like a strength to it, yeah?
Yeah.
Whereas if I center and now go into the bones, and that felt like nothing for me. Yeah, but you move. Yeah, because it feels like there's a connection. Yeah. Kind of like it's like you're doing this. You're pushing straight onto a stick to the ground. Yeah, makes sense? Cool. Both had a turn? Good. Did you both have a turn?
Yes, we did.
Okay, good. Any observations or questions?
It's hard. It's harder when I like. Why is it not moving? Like questioning. Like.
Yeah.
Why is it not moving? Why is it moving? And then Will reminded me, okay, focus, visualize, and then slowly. But I feel like nothing, you know. But if I like think, why is it not moving? It's not moving.
Yeah.
The more you think about it, the harder it is.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you're trying to move them, then you've got a result in mind, and you're actually trying to force this object to get out of the way, rather than thinking about what am I doing. Understand? What am I feeling? What am I thinking about? Why isn't he moving? You know? You see what I'm getting at? So it becomes a balance of trying to keep your state soft, relaxed, and in the condition that we're trying to train, but also knowing where they are as well. Yeah.
Brute force.
And not using brute force. Yeah.
No, but that's on the other end.
Any other questions or observations to share? No? All right, we'll start to apply it more dynamically now. I'll borrow Will over here, please. So we're going to do it against, just against Wing Chun punching. So we're going to do it moving backwards. So what Will's going to do, he's just going to step backwards with a centerline punch and then backwards. So each step back is going to be a punch. We're just going to work on delivering the Tan Sao, the lay flat hand, against the strike as a block. So maybe you guys can come over here so you can see. So I'll just start off slowly. So as Will takes a step back and punches, I'm going to be stepping forward. From my guard, I make contact, and as I've made contact, I turn the palm up and make sure I'm keeping, of course, my toes, knees, stance facing towards him. My middle finger will be going straight down the center, and the elbows coming into the center line. So as you can see now, this punch is actually directed off my center, but I've got control of this line here. Yeah. So we do that slowly again, as you step back and punch, this, and then he does it again with the other hand. So you're just trying to bring the feeling of what we just did then into an application of it. And then again, yeah, good. One time. Just start off slowly and controlled, and then we are gonna lift up the pace and mix it up as well. This is against center line strikes. If Will did a roundhouse or a different type of strike towards me, then I would use something different. A common question people always ask is, yeah, but what happens if they do this or do that? Then we do something different. That's not the point. We're trying to learn the condition in the state with this movement so that our mind, our body, and our energy understand the relationship, and we burn the pathways in the brain for it correctly. Yeah? Yeah, it's not a combat situation. It's training. Yeah? Okay.
But if it is combat?
If it is combat, it'll be totally different, you know? Maybe you pick up a weapon or something, I don't know. Or call your homies. Hey, Will, I've got to fight. All right, so let's grab a partner. We're just going to walk down the hall. Left, right, left, right. Grab a different partner. There we go. There. All right, so the guys moving backwards, just remember we're taking a punch and a step backwards down the center, yeah? Let's go. That hand. Because the Tan Sao is against,
The same.
generally speaking, against the same hand, yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Center yourself and keep your guard on center as well. Yeah. Cool. Yep. Okay, yeah, Tansa is looking really good. It's coming straight down center, controlling with the elbow. Good. Now what we want to think about is making sure you're bringing the whole body behind it as a unit, like the base of a pyramid, yeah? For now, that's how we train at the beginning. Later, it doesn't matter. Good. Get that flat body coming forward, so that side more.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you do it, so if you're punching, yeah. See how this is coming with? Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Good. Good. And now Tai Gong, feel your legs. Yeah, you feel that? Yeah. Good. Nice. Oh. All right, let's go the other way. Maybe I'll jump. Maybe can you jump with me?
I will. So this hand, I'm using this hand, right? Is that right?
Yes. Okay, so the Tansa shape is correct. The spine's upright. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Good. Guard's looking good. Stance is coming well. Good. You're keeping nice and upright. Good. Let's go.
I'll punch you open. Start with this hand.
Just keep taking turns with your partner, going back and forth. If you feel comfortable with the pressure that your partner's giving, ask for more.
No, you're all right. We're all right.
Good, yeah. Good. Your stance is quite good. Like I'm feeling as I put pressure on it, you've got some power behind it now, yeah? Because this is what we're really training. This is only a small part of it. You know what I mean? If you're feeling your legs, if you have Tai Gong, if you're centered, if you're sinking, then this will be powerful. But if none of that's on, you know, then it won't be. It'll just be the weight of your arm.
Okay.
So for example, you just think of the weight of your arm now. Hey, I kind of caught you off guard, yeah? Yeah. Now, center yourself, sink the chi down, point at me like you see my center, yeah? Now feel, yeah? Yeah. How much more power there is. So if it's just my arm and you push against, just my arm weight, really push through, yeah? Yeah, or you reach right through, yeah? It's easy, right? And now I put my stance on it, yeah? Yeah? Now this is mine, yeah? Yeah, which is what you want to control the center. Yeah, okay. We'll put up the pressure a bit now. Yeah?
Okay. Wait.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Good.
It's supposed to be the same hand.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Good. You feel I'm putting quite a lot of force in now, yeah? And because it's a good structure and your stance is quite well on, it's easy for you to take all that pressure, yeah? Okay, I'm gonna jump with someone else now. Thank you. Can I switch with you? Could you go with your dada? Yes, son.
Dada!
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Just stance and gut. Let's just have a look at the movements. Ready, punches coming. Other side, to this side. Yeah, good. Palm facing up. Keep your body square, so just stand upright and be natural. So not this, this. Yeah, good. Other side, let's go. Good. Good shape. Let's go, keep going. Yes. Okay, now let's make sure the other hand comes back for guard. So from here, okay? Again, back for guard, good. That's right. That's actually a good Kung Fu move, step on the foot. Like in Kung Fu Hustle. Good, palm up. Good, let's go. Palm up, guard up. That's it, good. Palm up, guard up, good. Good.
That's why you're right, I was doing
Spine straight. So this does not affect the spine. So watch. This, my spine still does this in the same position. Yeah?
Twist.
Yeah, let's have a look. Center yourself. Yeah. Yeah. So not this, because if you compromise the spine and you put tension in here, it's going to compromise the support of the tansao.
Yeah.
So if you do this on purpose, like bend your spine like that, yeah, and tense it up, yeah, it's going to feel how it's going to be very easy to offset your balance. Tai Gong, stance. So get that nice upright structure. Let this soften and point it towards me. Keep that upright structure. Yeah. Feel the difference? So you got to keep that upright, okay? Let's go. Yes, good. Okay, very good.
I'm not finished.
I'm finished because you just stabbed me in the neck. All right, guys, bring it in. Okay, any questions on that part of Tan Sao? No? Okay, so we'll do it first a bit faster. So what we're going to do now is just start with cross punching. So just doing our standard cross punching. If you just keep cross punching, will for me. So keep going. Same principles as usual. Center yourself, spine nice and tall. Feel your body aiming to the center. And now from punching, I'm going to start using the counter pierce or the Tan Sao. It's also called counter pierce or lay flat hand or spreading palm. Yeah, and what I want you to think about is exactly what we're working on there, energetically and structurally. But in regards to the shapes of the movement, it's kind of like you're going into a prayer position to bring one hand back to guard and then bring the other one back like this. The most common mistake that you'll see yourselves do is this. But the problem in this is that you're opening your center up, yeah? See how there's a gap there for you to hit me through there? Hello, hit me. Yeah, instead of that, you want to keep that covered. Yeah? Now, to continue on with that, so Will gets punching, yeah. Will's going to start moving around and I need to chase him, yeah? I need to stay with him, keep everything locked on, my toes, my knees, my stance, my state, everything focused. And every so often, Will takes his hands away and make sure that I'm focused on his center. Yeah? Okay, grab a partner. Let's have a go with that one. We'll switch out. I'll go with you. All right. So let's just start off slowly. Yeah, that's it. Good. Yeah. Good. Get the thumb working with the palm. Good. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yep. Good. All right, follow me. Good. It's like you're giving me a plate or something.
Huh?
It's like here you go. You know, yeah. Like give me a plate of sushi.
Okay.
Good. Arms are doing really well, yeah? I'd start bringing awareness to your feet. Yeah, because that's gonna, if you do this on purpose, do that again, yeah? And I feel that the power is coming, because you got quite a good awareness and structure, it's quite good. But if I apply, you keep the feet out, and try to stop me. If I apply too much pressure,
Yeah.
you feel that?
Out of balance.
Yeah, so really get that center on. Think now about the legs and Tai Gong, because your arms are already naturally doing the right thing.
So pay more attention on.
Yes, on the legs and Tai Gong, okay. All right, change partners. Challenge you. Ready? Okay. Okay, yeah. Then you want to change. Yeah, yeah. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, feels good. The shape's quite good. You're coming down the center quite well. What we want to think about is this and this driving into my center as opposed to against my hand. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling a little bit of, if you put some punch, I'm feeling a bit of this right now. So if you take your hand away, I'm going to go that way or this way. You want to be going here. Yeah. So you just put your arm in the way, but you drive your force to my center. So if I take my hand away, that doesn't happen. This happens. Yeah?
It's just that the other hand completely gets me mixed up. I'm thinking what the other hand should do.
I see what you mean. Yeah, there's a saying, your left hand doesn't know what your right hand's doing. There's a saying, yeah. You're trying to tell them to communicate. Good, now follow me. Ella. Yeah, good. Good.
So am I hitting your center?
Yes. You were for a moment, and then you weren't. So that's definitely what you want to be thinking, is going there. So if you punch, if you punch,
I thought I should do chain punch.
Yeah. So if you stop,
Yeah.
it's just there. So that means you can strike or block.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, bring it in. Alrighty, so what we'll do now, we'll use it against a static guard. So we're going to put up like a boxing guard, and defending the face. And what you're going to do is you're just going to, from here, so maybe it's a bit more side on. Once again, this is just a practice for technique. Yeah, we're just going to time it to step in and use the tan sao to cover this line of attack. Yeah, which in turn could be a strike, and then you definitely follow up strike from there. So from here, come in with strikes straight away. You wouldn't just stand here. Yeah, but this is a technique. Remember, we're just practicing the state under this condition. So Will's going to just stand there with guard. You're just going to practice covering the line of attack, making contact with like the guard shape, and then spinning it upwards, the palm upwards, as you come in for the strike. Yeah. Keep in mind this could be turned into a punch, or you could use it as a eye strike as well. But it's safer in the beginning to use it as punches. Yeah. So from your guard, with the guard, make sure it's in front of the actual target. So if the guard's here, Will wouldn't need to use tons. They could just punch me straight in the face. Yeah. All right, let's have a go at that. Then we'll add some more pieces to this exercise.
So if your guard's up, we're just coming.
Yeah. You can use that way, or you can use the other one. Either one, doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah, you could use that side or the other side. Doesn't matter. Yeah. The point is, are you covering this line of attack, and are you hitting me on my center? Yeah. Are you covering my center, hitting my center? Are you covering your center, and you're covering my line of attack? Because here now, I can't strike directly through here. I have to change my angle or try to come around, which would allow him to strike me through the center if I took my pressure off this line. Yeah. Make sense? Any other questions on it? This is a very simple breaking the guard with the tan sao. In regards to break, one last point on that. When you are breaking the guard, if you want to look apart from the actual technical side of, make contact with the arm, turn it up on contact, make sure my stance is on. The other things to think about is covering the line of attack, attacking the center, yeah, and being able to strike, yeah. There are a couple of other factors you can think about as well. Alrighty, grab a different partner and let's have a go.
So I would
start from stance and guard. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Good. And why not move around after each one? Yeah, let's make it a bit more dynamic. So guard up, they do it, and then move around. And as soon as the guard comes up, go straight in. So I want you to start thinking on your feet more dynamically. Yeah.
Should it be sliding like that? Like
that's you want it to be sliding more into the center. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here at the moment, your lower back and upper back are trying to put pressure on me by pushing. Think about centering and sinking, so that my incoming force on your arm feeds into your body. Yeah. So center yourself, and relax down as you come forward. Center, relax down. Yeah. Now you're taking more force into your body, yeah? So this will make this arm stronger, yeah?
But this is really hard to do when we're in motion and we are doing it.
That's why we
like
practice, yeah. Because if you try to use your strength, like push against me, you're not going to win. So that's why you practice using your structure and your state. You center yourself and keep sinking the chi and the energy down, so now you are stronger, yeah. Compared to when you try to use this muscles and this muscles, because there's just not enough mass there. Yeah.
So
I changed sides as well.
Question?
it's just that I don't understand if someone's like that, I'm supposed to come like that, or is it just...
This is just a technique to feel what it should feel like. So if you guard up, I mean, if someone's like this, you could do that, or I could just punch you straight in the face. But this is just a technique to practice the feeling of the tan sao coming in, Because from here, you could probably cover and strike and do a lot of different stuff, but this is a basic entry point, training the state with the tan sao shape. Okay. Or you could just pull out a gun and shoot them. You don't have to tan sao.
Too bored.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Did everyone have a turn? Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do, full guards up. He's got his stance on, his whole state on, his Tansaos are perfect now. So what we're going to do is I'm punching straight through. He's going to use this one, Tansao here, yeah. And then after that one, you're going to turn to here and you're going to use a backhand strike, and he's going to use a Tansao to cover there, making sure his guard's up. So same side. Start off with the same side. So he's going to do Tansao, yeah. Using it in two different ways. Now, technically speaking, so this would be like an attacker coming over here with a backhand strike. Keeps his back straight, he points through here. See, now what he's doing, he's trying to cover the center line of the strike. Yeah, my center is actually here. Yeah, so technically he could try and punch me before it gets there, but this is just stopping it before it gets to him. Yeah, and from here, yes, he could do this, or he could punch with that, or he could kick with this. Once again, we're just practicing our state and condition with the Tansao movement. Here, here, yeah. Okay. All right, change partners, have a go. Have a go with you now, actually. Got it? Okay.
What do I do?
Punch. Let me just set everyone up first. So guard up. So first punch comes down the center, and he uses the canopies, yeah? Yeah? And then you step out this way, and you use the backhand, this one, to strike in towards him. And he uses the same arm, so he's just going, Tansao, yeah? Let's go. Punch with your right hand, backhand with your left hand. Let's go. Yeah? And then backhand. So you're back, I'll demonstrate. Okay. Yeah. So punch down here, then I step out. And, yeah. I'm trying to think of this going to there.
The
Yeah?
person throwing,
Yeah.
so your right hand, and then
No, so you turn, so you gotta just do it again. So punch through here, then it's just your job is to give him some force to play with, yeah?
same hand. No, same.
So punch, just turn and then backhand. Yeah, that's it, yeah.
But the person throwing it, throw it, then move.
Yeah. Okay, so your backhand, make sure it's going to his head.
Yeah.
Because if it's going there, then he's just going to ignore it like you did. Yeah. Yeah, and then that will force you to really stop it. Otherwise, she's going to hit you.
That's it. Then I move to the side and again.
Yeah, yeah. So again.
Do I have to move my feet or?
No, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So not her center. Center. The problem is you're going there. The center of the strike.
Oh, center of a strike.
Yeah. Remember saying this. This one's more about getting the center of the strike. So it'd be more here. Yeah, because the strike's coming this way at you. Yeah. So you want to get the center of the strike. Because if you go here, yeah, it's going to be able to come through.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Center of the strike. Center of the strike. That was better. That was better. See, you blocked it, and then her punch went across here. So that's fine. Yeah.
All right, got it.
They're set up. Yeah. All good.
I might have some questions.
How's it going? All right. Yeah. Give us a look. Yeah, that's fine.
Can't get to you.
Okay, good. Now just stay still and open, because the shape's good and the reflex is great. Yeah. Yeah, and still and open. Yeah. Yeah. You don't even need to move. Yeah. Other side. Okay.
Can't get you.
Oh, I should, because I keep in my elbow.
That's fine. I'm just watching. It's good.
I feel it stronger when you got your elbow like that too. You know what I mean? If you feed it how it's supposed to.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if I'm just going like that,
Yeah.
and it feels like
Yeah.
but when you come in and feed it properly, like it's structured.
Yeah, definitely. Because in this position, your body naturally has the structure lined up forward. So when you do that, you'll feel like if you have this.
Swimming keep it like the elbows in.
That's right. So when you have the stance on, right, and you do that movement, and I put pressure in here like this, you feel quite strong, right? But here,
like that.
it's a bit less because you've trained the structure this way. But if you just change your center line focus to here, yeah, and you feel your body, your knees, your hips, and you focus the center line from here to here instead. You feel the structure now? Yeah, so that's changing the center. So you feel it with me. So if you're putting pressure on here, that's the stance. You feel it's quite strong this way, right? Yeah, yeah. And then if I keep now here, push on, that's not as strong, my focus here, but I put my focus out there now. You feel it now? Yeah, it's supported that way. Yeah. All right, bring it in. Any questions on Tan Sao so far? Not yet. Okay. Let's. So now, if you just want to hold the other. Now we're just going to use it as a strike. So from our guard, we're just going to turn it over into a strike position from here to here. Make sure you close your hand. We're not doing it as a finger strike. So from here. Yeah. Yeah. From here, from the guard, just turning over and into a strike. Yeah. He likes it. The reason I want you guys to hold the pads on either your chest, belly, or your arm, so your body gets used to taking shock. She's like, because you want your body to understand shock as well. Yeah. All right. Grab a partner. Have a go.
There you go.
Make sure your fingers are off the pad as well. So have them at the top. Yeah, like that at the white bits. Get your fingers off the white bits and have them off the red bits and have it on the white bits.
So the punch is like this?
Yeah, like this. Yeah. So if it's like, so basically it'd be like if Pat had a guard up, if you go like a boxer guard, yeah, and I'm coming into contact, it'd be like this, yeah? Striking through like this.
Okay. So, no pressure. Sorry.
Good.
When you don't think about it, it works.
Yeah, the less you think, the better.
Yeah. Oh, you're centering me. Centering more than.
I'm just trying to feel you more as well.
I try to focus there.
Feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep centered. Yeah. It's because your shapes are quite good and your speed and your reflex are good, but there's a bit of a which is so let it all sink down. Just reach like this. So think of it like this. If you were just standing still, do it in the air. Like just do it in the air without and straight forward. See how that one I went back first? Just go straight to the target. Yeah, straight to just
The other night.
you can do it. You just did it then. Yeah. And you didn't push or pull with your balance.
No.
So do that same thing. So go again to like here, yeah? And just go, just not thinking about strength, just going, just technique, yeah? Don't even reach forward, just, and keep your balance, yeah? Keep your balance, good. Yeah, and now this spot here, I'm gonna put the pad in front of it, yeah? So you're reaching through to the spot, but the pad's in front of it now, yeah? Yeah, right idea. Yeah, that one, yeah. Yes, yeah, good. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to. Can you jump with Pat? I'll never feel. Yeah. Okay, yeah. The shape's good. Your stance is quite good too. Yeah, good. One more time. Okay. First thing we want to do, if you just slow it down as you do the movement, go again. Yeah. Do it exactly like that, because what's happening in the moment is you're going and then that. Meaning you've got to fight your own momentum and you're communicating to your opponent, I'm about to hit you. Okay. Yeah, you're telegraphing it. Yeah. So just go straight forward. So from here, forward, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, better. Yeah. Yeah, much better. Okay, good. It's pretty good.
It's like, ugh.
What it feels like in what
I
sense?
just feel like unstable.
Yeah. The more you center yourself and work in your stance, because I mean, the stuff you're doing at the beginning is very, like, for example, if you center yourself now and put your stance on under this condition, keep centering, focus forward with this, aim this at the center, keep your stance on. And you feel like it comes into your stance quite well because it's all soft and slow.
Yeah.
But now you're trying to do it dynamically. So to transition that takes time.
Yeah.
Form training and also chi sao training will help amplify the speed of you developing that state under pressure. Okay, but otherwise everything's looking good. Okay. Okay. Hold it there. Did everyone have a turn? Yeah? Okay. Cool. Well, that's, a basic introduction to the Tan Sao movement. We play a lot with this movement throughout our Wing Chun practice, especially when we use it. We use it in our Chi Sao. It's a part of the Bong Sao movement as well. Is there any questions about it at all? Any observations to share?
I felt like when you know, like how we're doing the form you're teaching us in the mirror, like to keep the elbows in.
Yeah.
It felt like it was a lot stronger, even like defending and punching.
Yep.
Whereas if you were out like that and you forgot about it, then
Definitely.
shows that the form is.
Yeah, the form's super important. You guys, learn the form as quickly as possible because then you can put the state in it. But that's a good point, making sure the elbow's coming in. Just, if you look at the structure of it, the body's behind it quite literally, the body's behind it from a structural and a strength perspective. When it's here, so it's much harder to get the body behind it. Yeah, it's not impossible, it's just harder. You need to be better with your feeling work, your structural work, because you can even do it from here. You can have the structure and mass behind it, but it's just easier here. So at the beginning, you're learning how to get as much power as possible with easy shapes and structures, yeah? All right, let's finish off with just a quick energy meditation with the Tan Saos again. Alrighty, so feet together, center yourself, so drawing up, softly drawing up from Tai Gong, feel the crown and the ground. Visualize it filled with white light, bend the knees, toes out, heels out. Make sure the knees are soft and you have that light sliding feeling. You don't want to feel heavy. Then bring your hands up into a double Tan Sao position since that's the movement. If you want to move them, you can, it's up to you. Maintaining your center. Now feel the whole body, feel from the toes to the head. Start to sink the chi down now as well. So feeling centered. And also sinking the chi down all the way through the body down to the feet. Add the white light now, so visualizing white light and that white center line in front of you, sinking the chi down whilst feeling centered. Feel your spine tall and open, your mind calm and your body completely relaxed. And keep this state with you for as long as you wish. Opening up your eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you.